The hollow march of the corporate puppet and their empty conquests. A single ember can set an empire ablaze. David Graeber's 2018 bombshell, "Bullshit Jobs," ripped the mask off a grim truth. Much of our labor is a soul-crushing farce, propped up by a culture that equates worth with output. Now, AI and quantum tech are gutting the need for human sweat and thought. This could have been our liberation, freeing us to chase dreams, sharpen skills, and rise beyond mere survival into something greater. Instead, we remain shackled to a decaying system, scrambling for scraps while being spoon-fed the gospel of dignity through drudgery. We're lost, staring into an uncertain tomorrow with no compass. Enter Artisan, a tech upstart that just blanketed San Francisco with AI SaaS ads screaming the quiet part out loud. Billboards boast, artisans don't call in sick. Artisans don't complain about work-life balance. Translation? Machines don't bleed, feel, or rebel, they're yours to exploit without consequence. A neon-lit confession of a workplace where humanity is a liability. The employer-employee power struggle is ancient. Bosses thrive by squeezing workers dry, masking exploitation as efficiency. Unions clawed out what few rights we have, without them, we'd be dust. But the rise of corporate sprawl and desk jockeys muddied the battlefield. A middle class emerged, smugly looking down on the lesser below while groveling for scraps from billionaires above. These self-styled thinkers are the elite's unwitting foot soldiers, sharp enough to keep the corporate gears turning, too dull to question why. They trade in their messy humanity, tears, quirks, rage, for a robotic sheen that the machine rewards. But AI is outpacing them now, and it doesn't need lunch breaks. Raised on a diet of state-fed success, big firm, big win, they remain blind to the farce, measuring their lives by the shine of a corporate logo. This breeds a rift, the office drones versus the rest. The old myth says the smart go to college, land cushy jobs, and lord over the unwashed masses who dare forge their own paths. But that tale is dead, education's a luxury, degrees are diluted, and skills stream free online. Yet the suits still strut, clinging to their outdated swagger. I saw it firsthand in a ritzy school, a gifted kid from a rough town. The so-called elite weren't brighter, they just had tutors, nepotism, and an overfed sense of destiny. They sneered at the working class, even as they groveled for managerial approval. That mindset breeds drones. They swallow only what fits their bubble, too clever for doubt, puffed up with fancy titles and corporate virtue signaling. The sharp ones who see the rot stay silent, too afraid to speak. They enable horrors with their compliance, child labor, sweatshops, safety nets catching jumpers, all for profit, repackaged as wellness initiatives and recycled coffee cups. Charity jogs and green slogans are just lipstick on a corpse. Not every climber is this bleak, but entitlement stinks from the top down. Drowning the grind in vintage wine isn't so different from a bum's cheap lager, both are numbing the same void. One sits at a marble counter, the other on a splintered bench. Either way, they're both disposable. The suit is a cog, swapped out fast, forgotten faster. Whether they wear cologne or reek of the street, they are equally adrift. At least the bum dodged the corporate buzzword cult of blockchain synergy and asterisk thought leadership. Asterisk. Here's the con, a system built to divide us, turn our fists inward, and numb us to power's grip. They drown us in screens, slogans, and empty rituals, trust falls, quiet rooms, the illusion of choice wrapped in a corporate package. But raging at shadows isn't enough. Want out? Starve the beast. Step off the treadmill. Reject their candy-coated traps and forge something real. Create, don't consume. Mend, don't discard. Master a trade that's yours, not a line item for some parasite who'd step over your corpse. Grow a carrot. Fix a leak. Learn to throw a punch, not just a tantrum. You are not your paycheck or their pat on the head, that's the con they've peddled since birth. The machine isn't a god. It's a brittle shell. Light the fuse. Burn steady, fierce, awake, don't blink. Conclusion. The corporate puppet's victories are a cruel joke, shiny trophies that rot in hand. But we don't have to dance for them. We can snap the strings, reclaim our fire, and build something that doesn't feast on our bones. The ember's in us. Fan it.